Welcome back. So the mayor and the municipal manager of Makana Municipality in the Eastern Cape appeared before the South African Human Rights Commission today. They were subpoenaed following ongoing complaints over service delivery failures impacting Makanda and Alisdale residents. The municipality faces long-standing problems, including claims of financial mismanagement, water cuts and crumbling roads. Right, so let's take that conversation further and look at what else it is that the South African Human Rights Commission heard today. We are joined by the Commission's Dr Henk Boshoff. Dr Boshoff, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I do actually want to start with the backstory, right? For the Commission to get to a point where it felt that the only way they could proceed with dealing with the matter as the Eastern Cape Provincial Office of the SAHRC was to subpoena the Makana local municipality is quite telling. I mean, talk to us about how that was the pressure that you ended up needing to apply.
Well, good evening to you, Naledi, and thank you for having me. Well, Naledi, this is not the first subpoena hearing that we've held for the Makana local municipality. I also presided over a subpoena hearing approximately a year ago to discuss the same challenges. And then after the subpoena hearing, we issued specific directives, made specific recommendations. And the reason for convening this subpoena hearing was because of, and I came down very hard on the municipality today for blatantly ignoring the directives of the Commission that we issued approximately a year ago. And we decided that the only way of us succeeding and achieving what we set out to do was to convene another subpoena hearing, to subpoena the mayor and the municipal manager again. This time, the media was also invited. Many media houses attended the subpoena hearing, but we also requested the Department of Water and Sanitation, the clip that you've just seen, also the Provincial Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, as well as the Office of the Premier, to also come and make presentations on the challenges that this municipality is facing on a daily basis. But the primary reason for convening the subpoena hearing was to deal with the blatant disregard for the directives and recommendations that had been issued by the Commission approximately a year ago.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what the subpoena actually meant for the mayor, municipal manager in the municipality, wherein they would have been communicated to that failure to comply with the subpoena without just cause would be an offence and may result in fines or imprisonment. Now, even more concerning that you say this is the second subpoena hearing that you've had with this municipality. So maybe take me back to the directives and recommendations that were made in the subpoena hearing of last year, and how they fare when they report back to you when this once again pressured subpoena hearing to appear with the Human Rights Commission again, how they compare with those directives that were given to them last year. What's the track record? Where are the failures? Yeah.
Well, what we've observed is that there were and there are still persistent failures, service delivery failures at the municipality. And previously we did request the municipality to provide us with some action plan and implementation plan on how to address the persistent failures with regards to ensuring access to water for all citizens of Makana Municipality. There are also, there are continuous sewage spillages in Makana, and even today the executive mayor confirmed that these spillages are still prevalent in the municipality, these sewage spillages. And then obviously the quality of the roads, just like in almost all the municipalities in the country, also deserve serious attention. What we requested the municipality to do approximately a year ago was to deal with these matters as a matter of urgency, and then to provide us with an action plan on how they intend dealing with these persistent service delivery failures at the municipality.
Yeah, maybe then let's talk to us about what you expect from provincial government. I mean, we heard and we played the clips a little bit earlier of the water and sanitation head saying the issue of poor maintenance of infrastructure, the reason behind the water shortages and the challenges in water supply. What then do we do when provincial government says, well, there is an infrastructure maintenance problem? How far up can you take these issues?
Well, this municipality has been relying on the support of provincial and national government for a very long time. And things are not really improving in the municipality. Now, the municipality is blaming the challenges on technical issues, that they don't have adequate staff as far as experience go. But the municipality, and this is our concern, the municipality has been relying on the support of the provincial and national government for a very long time. And we concede that all the departments that I've referred to have provided the relevant support to the department, to the municipality. Now, the three departments made impressive presentations today on the support that they had been providing to this municipality. But from the side of the municipality, there is just no improvement whatsoever. I mean, the report that we received from the municipality, from the municipal manager, was this is just an example. Trying to convince the municipality that the municipality will now seek to persuade, quote, persuade municipal workers to start performing their responsibilities and to start working in the municipality. There's simply very little improvement in the municipality, and we were of the view, as the Commission, we strongly chastised the municipality for shirking their responsibility, and then reminded them that constitutional rights are non-negotiable. And when the municipality argued against the suggestion that we made, that the municipality should be dissolved either by provincial government or that the executive mayor should do the honourable thing and table a motion in terms of the Municipal Structures Act that the municipal council should be dissolved, the response that we received from the municipality was, well, that is the last resort. And the Commission's view and how we counted that view of the municipality was, but how many resorts are left?
Yeah.
You've everything else has been done to assist the municipality, and even today the two departments, the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, as well as the Office of the Premier, conceded that there are serious human rights violations in this specific municipality. They conceded that many people in the municipality simply don't have access to water. On the live stream, there was a comment from a citizen telling us that he has not had access to water for 2 weeks. Sewage spillages in the municipality on a continuous basis. There's just no recipe to correct that.
Sure.
Even the Department of Water and Sanitation indicated to us that none of the wastewater treatment works at the municipality are operational at this stage.
You know, you talk about these serious human rights violations, and when we talk about, you know, the access to water, obviously that being a human rights violation, that we all have the right to access to clean water. But I top of mind for me, I think about the inherent right to dignity, which is incredibly important. Reverend Chris Nissen of the SAHRC, listening to these conversations, and I want to quote him. He says, "We cannot allow this to happen." When I visited Makanda about 8 months ago, I was at a settlement there where communities told me they were relieving themselves in the bush because they had no water. I mean, that is an issue of dignity. The indignity of needing to do that on a daily basis because there is no way for you to have a dignified way to relieve yourself. What do you say to those citizens about the work the SAHRC has done and what they can, if at all, look forward to, particularly to the residents of Makanda and Alistair?
Well, that is exactly the reason why we've convened two subpoena hearings.
Yeah.
Where we've subpoenaed the executive mayor and the municipal manager, and we wanted answers. And we, you know, when you write letters to a municipality, the tendency always is to write back and to give you excuses or tell you what you've done as a municipality. But we countered that. Reverend Chris Nissen visited that municipality eight months ago. I was in Makana about a year ago. I walked through the town. What is so sad about that specific town, Naledi, is, you know, it's a university town.
Yes.
Donors are now withdrawing their donations. They don't want to make any financial contribution to the municipality simply because there's sewage everywhere in the town. Water is not provided on a sustainable basis. Then there were rumors last year that the High Court was considering withdrawing its seat, and that they wanted to have the seat of the High Court in, I think, Kaberga. I'm not sure exactly which city it was, but that was the rumor last year, and simply again because of the failures of this municipality. Yes, there is. We concede there's a lot of support that they've been receiving from a number of departments that have really done well, but the will, the political will, is simply not there, and that is why we were putting it to the municipality that why are they not just considering to dissolve the municipal council? And we also put it to the office of the Premier. What would it take for provincial government to dissolve that municipality? We have, you then have elections again, and we see if that would not solve the problem.
Yeah. And the clock is ticking, or we're getting closer and closer to those elections. Meanwhile, the community, they're struggling with access to decent service delivery. And you mentioned that it is a university town. I actually wanted to bring this up just as we wrap up, is that not only is it a university town, but it also is the home of the biggest arts festival in the country that attracts international attention. So an incredibly important municipality. But Dr. Henk Boshoff, thank you so much for your time. And we'll be keeping a close eye on the Makana local municipality.